upstairs in the media den, while downstairs is also the media, and you'll be able to hear the screaming fans in a moment. We're here on the red carpet for and I Don't Know How She Does It. Sarah Jessica Parker's in town. It's going to be crazy. Now, you got to do a little speaking yesterday at the media room. How did you go?
Can I tell you, I'm very rarely, no, I wasn't nervous, but I was so excited I had to go to the toilet 3 times before I met her, you know, just in case. No, she was really delightful and really tiny in the flesh. Beautiful skin. I just thought she was beautiful.
Being a mum yourself, how do you do it?
You know, I don't do it. That's why I chucked my job in 2 years ago. It's just, I think you get to a point where the balance tips a bit too much that way, and so you have to back off a bit on something, so I backed off a bit on work.
So yesterday we had a bit of an intimate time at the Q&A with a media room just for her, so where we get to sit her down and ask a few questions. Let's take a look at that.
We all look at every other working mother and say, I don't know how she does it.
Yes, and that has been a refrain of mine for a really long time, because I'm very cognizant of the fact that most working women in the world, and once again this does pertain to men, but as a woman, don't have the financial resources I have, don't have a community of people around them, that a majority of working mothers are very much in it alone, and it is a heroic endeavor every day.
Of course, this film is about a working mum with a couple of kids. Now, Sarah's no stranger to that, so I asked her if any of her personal experiences related in the film.
Hi Sarah, Steve from Got Productions. I'm just wondering, is there any stories in the film that are coming from personal experiences with kids?
None, nothing.
I'm sure you've got a lot of funny stories though.
There are things that happen every day in my house that I think are funny. I don't know if anybody else would.
Such as?
It usually has to do with diapers or nappies or something, as you call it.
The number 4.
The number 4? What's that mean?
Well, the number 1, the number 2, and then the number 4 that goes straight up the back.
Oh, yes, there is that. Or one of my daughters telling me that it's no longer in her diaper and that where she saw it last. That's always funny. And helpful, because the girls always tell you everything. There's attempts at escape from cribs lately. That's been funny to listen to outside the door. You know, I've left the house with bedroom slippers on, or food all over me that I didn't know was there, or a sticker that is in a place that you wouldn't typically put in that particular place, but you don't know it's there, or you know, just the crime scene. There's a certain time of day where the whole house looks, as I've described, like a crime scene. It just looks like somebody walked in, they might take everybody out of the house.
Like a real mum.
Yes.
Sarah Jessica Parker will be kind of rushed through, so we might actually have to group the interviews together if we're lucky to get one at all. Usually these things you only get about one question in before they're scooped off into the next person. Haven't got any kids yet, but how would you do it?
Haven't got any kids, not just yet, but not at all. So
something on the cards?
No.
Do you think it's just too much to handle in a job that you do, or just?
Oh, it's got nothing to do with my job. Just not interested, really. I think kids require a certain amount of consistency with the compassion and love and respect that you give them, and I just don't think I could be that consistent.
I can understand that bit of freedom. So, what are you expecting from tonight's movie then?
I have absolutely no idea. Probably a bit of fun. I mean, she's always very humorous. Yep. And so probably just some humour, I'd say. I don't really know a lot about this film, so looking forward to being...
Does your wife follow her and her fashions and things like that as well? Or?
Yeah, my wife's a big fan. Yep. So, you know, I'm sure, unfortunately Kate couldn't come tonight because she's working, so I'm sure she'll be curious to know what she was wearing.
Oh, I can't wait to be a mom. I'm still trying to get him to be a little more keen about it, but I'm thinking we'll start trying next year.
What's the story there?
No story, I'm just waiting for the right time.
You're romantic, aren't you?
He's waited 68 years so far, so I think the time has come.
So how do you think you're going to balance that lifestyle? I mean, being a celebrity and being around and trying to look after the kids, how do you think you'll go?
I think it'll be great, because as far as what I am as far as a celebrity, like, it's just following my life and what I do anyways, so taking care of the kids will just be part of it.
Now, as a working mum, do you ever walk in your wardrobe and go, you know what, I've got nothing to wear? Do you have those days?
Yeah, not infrequently. I'm not a great shopper. I don't shop a lot. I I borrow a lot of clothes, so everything on me, for instance, will be returned to its rightful owner. So yeah, I like a lot of people, men and women.
Because most women have this trouble. They got a wardrobe full of clothes. They go, I still got nothing to wear. What do you like wearing?
Well, in my house and with children, what's required is that anything that you don't mind having stuff spilled on. So I don't put a lot of thought into it. But when I travel to a place like Australia and I want to make a certain impression, there's,
Wrinkle-free.
I care very much. Yeah.
Well, enjoyed the premiere.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Asked a little question about shoes. Did you get the answer you wanted?
Oh, absolutely, I got the answer. I think being race week and it's all about the races and the fashion, and as women, killer 6-inch heels, right? And who better to ask than the woman who's famous for wearing 6-inch heels, Sarah Jessica Parker. So the fact that she gave everyone the tip and said, slip your shoes off sneakily under the table and wiggle your toes a bit when no one's looking.
Moments during the day of the race, can you ever sit? Or under a table when you're eating? No one would notice. If you just took them off for a second, I think.
You'd have a paparazzi photographer under the table taking the photo.
Oh, I'd thought of that.
Look, we'll wrap it up now, Sarah Jessica. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you all very, very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you everyone for your involvement today as well. We just want to make sure you understand that the release date for I Don't Know How She Does It is on the 3rd.